everybody, Diana here at Build A Quilt. Welcome in. Let me take off our banner here just in a second. This video, though, as you can see going across the bottom, is all about getting organized with Dollar Tree. Now, y'all know that I don't really do videos regarding like where to shop and how to shop. That's up to you, except for once a year I always do a big IKEA scenario, because you all know that I have an IKEA household, have for decades, and I don't get supported by them and I don't push you. I just want to give you ideas. However, now that we're at the end of 2024, I have been doing, this year has been a big declutter for our whole entire home and here in the studio. And I mean like big time declutter. Have to say, my house has never looked better since we've lived in this house for 15 years, going on 16 years now. But it's completely decluttered. Every cabinet, every drawer, every shelving unit, every room, every closet done. But today, Dave and I were out doing just a few little errands, grabbing some stuff to bring back to cook for dinner later. And we happened to go by, we have a couple of Dollar Tree stores in our community. One of them really is kind of yucky. I hate to say that. It's just not well maintained. The other one is clear on the other side of town, but we have a new one that's literally like 5 minutes from our home. Brand new, so nice and clean, and stocked. Like the yucky one doesn't always get a lot of stuff. Things aren't kept in their place, so you never know what you're going to find. The one at the end of town is always typically a really nice one, but it's just a little farther than I want to go to Dollar Tree. But this new one that's so close to our home, new, clean, bright, well organized, so I can go in and look around. And like I went up and down all the aisles and we were maybe in there 10 or 12 minutes. So the first thing that has nothing to do with quilting, I got all of their holiday gift bags, from small to the big ones, were 50% off. Every single bag I got, because everything was normally $1.25. Every bag I got was 63 cents. So I got a ton of them for next year. Put them in the bucket for with the wrapping for next year. Now I'm set to go. And I saved a ton of money. Each one of those bags, had I bought it anywhere else, would have been a minimum of $4. So I saved a ton of money. And these are good, thick quality bags. They're not like thin paper or something. They're like the bags you get at the bigger name department stores and variety stores and stuff. So that I did, and that had nothing to do with quilting. But I went there to look for one specific thing that we've kind of talked about in the past regarding our organization of our own quilting spaces, but I found a couple of other things. So I thought I would go over them with you, because now it's the end of the year. These are some very value, budget-friendly options to help you get ready for the new year. I like to kind of start the new year with everything kind of in its place and ready to go. I don't like to wait till like the middle of the year and stuff if I don't have to in this space, because I know that my studio, probably like your quilting space, can get out of control really easily, right? We don't forget, we just don't put the fabric away each and every time we take it out, or we leave the ruler and the scissors and stuff and the thread laying around sometimes. So I get that. So I like to start out as I wish to proceed. It puts me, I don't do resolutions, but this puts me in a good mindset to try and maintain an orderly studio. So I hope these things help you. So the first thing I want to tell you about, I'm going to actually, I have a picture to show you on this one, but you guys know that we have our exclusive coloring sheet of each and every block that comes in our patterns. So let's say you are going to make our Points Home block. In the pattern set, you get a black and white line drawing, which is a pretty good size, coloring sheet, so that you can use it to try out color before you cut fabric. And it really comes in handy. You might think something is going to look good, and then when you color it in, you go, ooh, what was I thinking? Or you might want to make sure something is going to work before you cut that piece of fabric that you only have a little bit left and you're saving it for something special. So our coloring sheet is not to make your own art, although kids, I have heard, love just to sit and color it while mom or auntie or grandma or whoever is doing their quilting. It's a great way to keep the kids active too, and over time to get them used to things like math, because quilting's really all is math. You guys don't probably realize it, but it is math in its own special way. And or to get them used to, not used to the idea, but interested, inspired into the idea of becoming our future quilters, which is really important. So you get your coloring sheet. And what I always tell you, you can use colored pencils, crayons, markers, whatever you want. But you guys know that I love these. And remember, I am not supported by anything I'm about to show you or tell you. These are just all products I found, I use, and I love. So you guys know that I love the Crayola twistable colored pencils. You twist the bottom and up comes the little lead. And you can get them in multiple sized packs. And the 18 count, now I have a whole bag of them. I probably have 60 of them in here. But the 18 count package gives you a really good variety of color. Lots of colors we use in quilting. And remember, with these, you can shade and like make your own colors too if you want to. But they are usually about $7 to $8 a package anywhere you buy them. But look at this. I took a picture of it right on the shelf so you could see. This is Dollar Tree. It's not Dollar General or Dollar Store. This is Dollar Tree. Everything I'm showing you comes from Dollar Tree. I don't know if any of the other dollar stores have these products, but this is from the Dollar Tree brand, just so you know. But as you can see here, that 18 count package of the twistable pencils, $5, guys, just $5. That is a crazy good savings. And as a quilter who uses your coloring sheets to help you out and help you plan your quilts, these are so great. They last a really long time because they're pencils with the twistable leads. These are my absolute favorite all-time product to use with our coloring sheets. I was using them on things even before I created the coloring sheets for Build A Quilt, but I love them. And you're going to get tons of colors. These are just a handful of the ones I just grabbed out of my bag, but there's tons of colors in here. Now, what I do, this is from a package that had more than 18, but if on the back of the package, they have this sort of thing, it's a little color chart. It tells you the color and what color it is. Cut that off. So let's bring this back up. If on the back of this package, there is a little coloring chart like this for the 18, cut that out and slip it into a bag or whatever kind of container you put your pencils in. That way you can look at it and go, oh, I want to pull out this color and this color and that color. And you can do that really quickly. Helps you to be a little bit more efficient. Or if someone asks you, you can look at the coloring sheet and say, oh, I use something called jade green or pink flamingo, anything like that. You can kind of helps you out with what the color is called. So I do all of that. I just found, believe it or not, these bags, now these are a few years old, but these came from one of the dollar stores. I'm not sure it was Dollar Tree, but these came from a dollar store a few years ago, and I keep all of my pencils in there. So $5 for the package of 18. Great way to start the year. It's kind of like when kids go back to school, they get new crayons. Well, as quilters, the new year started. Get yourself some new colored pencils, $5 at the Dollar Tree. All righty. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. Now, before I get into the one thing that we've talked about before, I'm kind of saving it because you're going to love it. Sometimes we need to store things, but we also want our space to look pretty. I mean, who doesn't want their quilting space to look pretty, right? I mean, as quilters, you're artists, so you're making what do I always say? Quilt Life Beautiful. You're making things beautiful, right? So I found for $1.25 a piece these white oval baskets. Now they had a couple of different colors, but white to me is nice because I can put any color in it. It kind of goes everywhere. It looks nice and clean. So $1.25 for these oval baskets. And this is what I did. I just put some of my fat quarters, and I have these honeycomb shaped pre-cuts and a roll of my 10 by 10 layer cake. I put those all in there, and now I can set that. Let's move our Christmas basket out of the way. You guys will start seeing this back there. So I can do that and leave that as a decorative item in my space. Or what I could do with this is when I'm quilting and you come up with sometimes, remember, I give you plenty of fabric for cutting size wise. And sometimes you end up with some triangles or rectangles that could be used for some smaller segments later. Have one of these little baskets right next to you and plop those in there, and then put them away in your organizational space when you're done. So nice little collection basket. Could be a nice little, if you put a little baggie or something in here, a nice little collection basket for all the threads and things like that when you're quilting. But it's pretty, it's a nice size. It's not too big. Sometimes we find these buckets and bags and they're useful, but they're really too big for displaying things. Well, this can kind of have a double use. You can use it for small items and you can display. You could even keep thread in here next to your thing, the threads that you like to use most often. Or if you just want to decorate with some threads in another place, put some different colors in here, change it out for the seasons or the holidays to kind of give you that holiday spirit in your sewing space. But these are only $1.25 a piece. I got 2 of them today. One so I can decorate here, and one I'm going to use over by the space to keep different little items in, like my seam roller, my snips, things like that. But I thought that was a good buy for organization. And the other thing I liked about this is this weave of the basket is not too wide. Sometimes you get them when the weave is pretty big and anything just slips right through it. But this is nice and tight, but it's still, you can still see it's a nice woven, and I think it will hold things better. If you're going to put small pointy things in though, I would do something like just trim out a piece of cardboard or cardstock or something for the bottom. Just give yourself a little solid bottom in there. I think you'll be more happy with that. So that's at Dollar Tree, $1.25. And like I said, there were a few different colors. There were a few different shapes too, but this one had the nice high sides that I liked. So that's why I chose that one. Now, I found a product today that I honestly, I can't stop talking about it. I've already written a review to the company about it. I love it so much. I'm going back tomorrow to buy 4 more because I have more spaces to put these. In our home, we have a linen closet that has no light in it. It's like a little dungeon when you open the door. And one shelf is where I have like all the extra toiletry things, right? Lotions and I have a basket that has like aspirin and bandages and burn cream, that kind of stuff, little first aid kind of thing. And one has like little soaps and stuff that I get as gifts that I like to put in the bathroom for when company comes. So the other place is the vanity in my bathroom. A dungeon when you open. It's so black in there that all the stuff I have stored under there, I can't see. And when you can't see something, you don't usually go digging to look. So what does that have to do with quilting? These can be used in this room here. I have shelving, which have all of my fabrics on them. I have shelving with buckets that are labeled with clip-on labels that's coming soon. With all of my small pieces, extra threads, extra fabric tape. Oh my goodness, what other things? I have some zippers in there, all kinds of little things, all storage. That's all storage for me. But again, it's dark in those shelves and things. So I found this light at Dollar Tree. It's called a motion sensor light. See that? $5. If I had known about this, Dave and I just put strip lighting under our cabinets in our kitchen. One strip light, the same length as this, cost us $23. If I had known And that was the cheapest we could find. If I had known that this existed before we did that, I would have never bought the other things. Okay. So this light comes with a rectangle about yay big, sticky on one side, and it's a little metal plate. So you figure out where you want this, up under a shelf, and that's where these are going tomorrow, up under a shelf, and you stick that plate up there on the sticky side. Stick it really good. Leave it for a couple minutes so it really grips on, right? This light on the other side has a little metal piece in it that pops onto that. It's magnetic. It's so great. I used to have lights stuck up there and all with Velcro, and you always had to tug them to get them down. It was a nightmare. This is magnetic and I love it. The other thing is it comes with a remote control. Now I'm going to give you a hint here. Here's your pro tip. Don't pull out the little tab for this at first. Give yourself a minute, because the other great thing about this light, remember, motion sensor. If you click this little light here at the bottom to auto and you put it on that plate, the light will automatically come on and off for about 20 to 30 seconds. If it goes off while you're still looking in there, just wave your hand in front of the sensor and it'll pop back on for another 20 seconds. Now, if you want to keep it on for a while you're in there, pull your tab on your remote, and this remote is really nice. You get these with candles and all kinds of things now, but it's really nice because you can make the light brightness go up or down, whichever you want, and turn it on and off. If you use this to turn it on and off, you have to reset it to get it to go back to the auto, to the motion sensor, but that's okay. Just grab it off because it's magnet and click the switch back and forth to auto and put it back in there and it'll be auto again for you. Okay. And it tells you that in the instructions that come in this little package with the recharging cord. That's right. This is so fantastic, you guys. It's rechargeable. Each one of these lights has its own recharging cord. No batteries, no plugs that you have to like chase the wires around to an outlet, nothing like that. When the charge dies on this, you just take it off that magnet, take it to wherever you do your charging, plug it in, let the light charge, unplug it, and pop it right back up there on that magnet. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, you guys, this is so great. So I've put 2 of these in that linen closet. Dave is very thankful because he really thinks that linen closet is where things go to die, because he can never find anything in there because it's so dark. And he's right. It's been so dark in there. I just haven't been able to stand it. But that closet is as organized as it's ever going to get now. And I put this in my bathroom vanity, one on each side. So when I open each door, light just floods that interior. I can see my basket with my hair care products and my basket with any other things I have stored under there. I love these. And for $5, I would have paid what we paid for those under counter strip lights, the $23. I would have paid that. Now, is this the best, toughest plastic in the world? No, it's very thin plastic, but who cares? What you want is what it does. It's fine quality for what it does and everything that comes with it. I mean, I can't believe you actually get the cord with it and the remote control. Now, the remote control has a battery in it. It's one of those CR2025 batteries that you can get at any battery stand to replace it if you use it. But if you're not going to use this, if you're only going to use the auto sensor, don't pull your tab. That way your battery isn't being discharged, okay? So here, motions, it's from iConcepts, motion sensor light. You guys are going to love these for your storage space. If you have shelves, things that you need to be able to see underneath, what's underneath it on the shelf below, I think you're truly going to love them. I am just, can you tell? I am over the moon thrilled with these lights. And for all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For 8 of them, I spent $40. That's it for 8 lights. It's just incredible. I loved it, but they're $5 a piece. So get whatever you need. And I think I've told you everything there is to tell you about that. Alrighty, now the last thing I want to share with you guys for organizing. We all use bins and baskets, right? For organizing. Some sort of bin, some sort of basket, some sort of shelving unit, typically something like that. You guys know that I have the IKEA boxed ones. I can't believe I can't think of the name of it already. I've talked about them a million times. And in each one, I have buckets in them. And the thing about them is you can never see what's in them. You always have to take them out and look inside. So the best way to stop that, just be able to know where you want to go, pull it, and get what you want, is to label those baskets. In the past, I have shown you these white labels. They are dry erasable. There is a little film on these, that little plastic film. If you pull that off, trust me, they're not really dry erasable. I've tried, one of our folks here tried the alcohol wipes on it. I could never get the dry erase marker completely off. But if you leave this little thin film on, they're completely dry erasable. And that's what I did. That way, if I ever want to change what's in that bucket or use that label somewhere else, I can do that. These cost me, when I got them, $15.99 plus tax, so it's probably around $17-18 for 18 of them. Not too bad, I guess, right? Not too bad. Then I found these. And you guys know I only bought these because they're my color. They're that light aqua color I love. I have a really hard time ignoring something in this color. And every designer in the world must now know that, because everything is coming out in my color. Oh my gosh. So these are 20 for $12.99. These say they're dry erasable. They come with a little dry erase pen. They are not. Just trust me, they are not. So if you want to be able to reuse them, use a sticker that maybe, I just don't think you can. And the longer that marker stays on there, the harder it's going to be to get that off. But I have them, and I use these on my IKEA buckets that are things like I know that are always going to be that. Like I have my buckets that are always my Tula Pink fabric that I don't split out. So they're marked with this. My Kimberbell fabric is all marked with this because I don't split it out. And my Lori Holt fabric is all cut together. I don't split it out. Those are the three designers I don't split out. Everything else gets split out by color and things like that. And those buckets can change. But, you know, I put these. So 20 of these for $12.99. Today at the Dollar Tree, this is called Storage Essentials brand. You get 3 in a package for $1.25. So if you bought enough packages to get 24 of these, you would only be spending $10. That is the cheapest of all 3 of these. This one is the most, not cheapest, most economical. 24 of these will cost you $10. If you don't need 24, let's say you need 6 of them, get 2 packets, and then you've spent $2.50 because these were $1.25. And here's the other thing. I'm going to finally open these because here's the other thing I like about these, truly. Now, if you all have any kind of a free account with someone like maybe Canva, I use Canva a lot to create like my thumbnails and stuff. If you have a free account or something where you can make your own artwork, your own thumbnails, your own printouts, you can use that and make yourself something really pretty, because each one of these has a piece, not thin like copy paper. This is nice, heavy cardstock that slips right into here. So keep one of these at least as a template for size, but create whatever you want to slip in here. And that way you can use these on anything at all. and I'm going to show you how well it works. I just snapped it right onto our little basket. So if I wanted to put something in here that I needed to know what it is, I could do that. Or maybe I wanted to make a little sign that says Diana's quilting space, anything like that you could do with this, because that is nice heavy cardstock and you can put in whatever you want. Now, if you're a scrapbooker as well as a quilter, and I know a lot of us who quilt love other crafting ideas as well and other crafting projects, you might have different cardstock. If you want to look for a printed cardstock that maybe like goes with the decor or whatever you want to represent in your sewing space, go to one of the stores like Michael's. I don't know if Walmart still has, they used to a long time ago have a scrapbooking section, but any place that does scrapbooking stuff, I think of Michael's because we have that here in town. Or Joann's. Our Joann's also has a really big scrapbooking space. And get yourself a printed one and print out what you want on here, like word-wise in a nice font, and then slip that right in there. But you can do these. And these two are similar in weight. They're thick and heavy duty. This one, the most expensive one I got, is very thin. So look at it compared to the new one. Very thin. Doesn't mean they don't work. It's just they're thinner. I'm more likely maybe to pop that and break it at some point in time. But these are good and heavy duty. This one claims dry erase. It is if you leave the little film on there. If you take it off, I don't guarantee that because I've done that and I can't get the dry erasable marker that came with the product off of it. So, but these, I'm half tempted on some of mine to slip them over to these because I love this idea. But 3 of them, you guys, for $1.25. So if you needed as many as 24, $10, that would be saving. I went up to 24 because I wanted you to know generally what it would be in regard to the other prices for these others at around the same amount. Okay. So these are from Storage Essentials. They're called basket labels. Now I will tell you, when you go to your store, I thought immediately that these would be in like the stationery office supply area. They were not. They were at the end of, I believe, like one of the bathroom organization areas, which I suppose you could use these in a bathroom too. I mean, you can clip these on anything you want to organize, right? These might be great in a kid's room to help them know, like, put your shirts here, put your underwear here, put your socks there, put your pants there, your jeans there, something like that. But they were on one of those things that hang on the end where you pull it off. You know, they're hanging on there like a little tree and you pull them off. That's where these were. I'm getting more of these too because I really like these. I'm using these. I have baskets in my pantry. I'm going to be putting these. I'm going to be labeling those baskets in my pantry too. Not so much for me, but it really helps Dave when he goes looking for things. Otherwise, he tends to get in things and start dismantling just because he's looking for something. I mean, he's not doing anything wrong, but this can help him know, oh, this is where she keeps the cans of tuna fish. This is where she keeps the baking supplies, that kind of thing. That'll help him out. But I think it will really help you out for organizing as you go forward into 2025. Okay, quick recap. Your twistable Crayola set of 18 pencils, $5 at the Dollar Tree. Just like the ones I have in my bag. Your Essentials basket. This is that Essential Storage brand too, the same as the labels. $1.25. Oops, wrong label. A package of 3 of these labels where you can take and put in your own piece. They each come with the cardstock in them. $1.25 for 3, which is the least expensive. And what I truly feel like is the pièce de résistance of the day, the top value, is this motion sensor light. Cannot stop talking about these. Dave's tired of hearing me talk about these at this point, but I can't stop talking about these. Love them. So really economical and very useful. I don't go to Dollar Tree just to get things because I hear, oh, this could be a good product or something like that. It really has to have an efficient use for me. And these things did. And I think they will for you too. So if you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments or contact me at support@sewincommon.com. We love to have you a part of the Build a Quilt family as we go forward into 2025. So please subscribe, like, and share our channel and our videos. Thank you all so much for that. Thank you so much for all of your support during 2024. Another great year for all of our community here at Build a Quilt. And if you'd like to check out our patterns, which I hope you do, patchwork in the hoop, true, honest to goodness, patchwork in the hoop of your embroidery machine. Not embroidery that looks like patchwork, actual patchwork. Check out all of our patterns at our website, www.mybuildaquilt.com. And until next time, everybody, have a great New Year's. It's coming in just a few days. I hope you all had a blessed Christmas. Hanukkah, I know, is still going on. Kwanzaa is going on. So I hope you're having blessed holidays and a great new year. And we'll see you back here on the 8th of January, Wednesday night, 6 p.m., where we start our Wednesday night workshops again for the new year. Until then, go quilt life beautiful. Get organized. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. These videos have been chosen just for you. Until next time, quilt life beautiful.